So let's talk through a little bit more about, okay, you got these things in Evernote. Now what? How do you know what to do? And how do you know how to get your hands on something quick and easy? All right, so as far as what to do, your couple of things. So in your weekly review meeting, a couple of things we asked you to do during your weekly review meeting was just making sure your lists were up to date, right? So let me look through all my business action items that I need to do. So all these things I went ahead and sorted by tags. Some of these things I may have already done. Go ahead and delete it if I've done it. Or some of these things I actually have down as next, but as I'm doing my review, I know that I need to get that done ASAP. So if I need to get it done ASAP, I'm changing it from next. I could either put it right here, add today, or again, I had it on next. Right now it's now, sorted by tags, and so on up here. So let me say I want to get that done today. So you can either drop and drag it onto the tag, or when you're in there, you can just add the tag, especially as you know the names that you've named them, and you'll get really used to that. So that's one thing you're going to do at your weekly review. Get these lists up to date. Delete things that you've already done. And if you see things that you need to adjust the priority, what about your life as well? What about your projects? Take a look at your projects. Now look, remember nothing is popping up. That's because I'm sitting on Actions Life. Let me go to all my notes. All of my notes. Everything I can possibly search from. These are my life projects. Let me look through all these. Are there any next actions? What are some things that I need to do to move these things forward, which then I would probably most likely be creating some new notes, some new to-dos. What about my business projects? Anything here that I need to do to move projects forward to completion? What about let me go back to all notes. Is there anything that I'm waiting on? So all notes, is there anything that I'm waiting on? Okay, let me get that done. All right, so that's one thing. You're going to take a look at your master lists, delete things that have already been done, adjust priorities. Then you're going to want to make sure, do I know what I'm supposed to be doing today? Again, I'm sitting on the wrong notebook. Let me go to all notes, today. These are the things for today. I just went ahead and added a couple just so that we had some things for today. But if I was working in my office today, some days I'm working in my office, I only have about 30 minutes of computer time, right? Because I'm all on coaching calls, or some days I'm going to have longer. So you decide how many items that you're going to have. So maybe I've identified that I've got to have 3 things done today. Today, again, meaning that they absolutely need to get done today. I wouldn't have a good night's sleep without that. So think through each item. Think through this if that was really something I needed to get done today. How long is it going to take? Is it going to take about an hour? Well, let me go then to my calendar for today and actually block out when am I going to do it. Maybe I'm going to do it at this time slot. I'm going to do ABC and get that done, and it's on my calendar. You can even code your to-dos a different category, a due today. So then ultimately I may have on some days 3 to 5 of these yellow things that I've actually blocked out and physically figured out when I'm going to do those items that needed to get done today. Then get those things done. Get the things done that you need to get done. What about days that you're really super productive and you've got more time? Great. Let me be on all my notes and let me take a quick look through the things I wanted to do absolutely next when I had a quick minute, and then go through that list. Okay? Now, you may not want to be in all notes next. You may be like, I just want to see what business items I've got to do that I wanted to do next, and jot through that. Or it may be a day where you're already sort of clocked out and you want to see, hey, are there any life things that I needed to get done today or next that I can go ahead and get done? Or maybe your husband calls and he's out and about shopping and wants to know if there's anything else we need to pick up. Well, then you would go ahead and you would just look in the errands. Yes, can you go ahead and get some eggs, milk, and cream cheese? All right, so you see how weekly you can review your list, just really quickly delete things that have already been done, change the priority, and then when you're working for that day, take a look to see that your today, things that again absolutely need to get done today. A lot of times you're going to get a heck of a lot more done than you just had listed as today. But what about those things when life happens, right? And you only have an hour to work because your school just called and you've got to pick up your son and you've only got a little bit of time. So you're only going to be able to have an hour's worth of work to do that day. So just the things that absolutely need to get done, that again, you wouldn't have a good night's sleep if you didn't get done, and then call it a day and go attend to your sick child. So again, most days you're going to be able to get into this next column or the soon column. So these are things that you're going to be, remember on the weekly review, my business category had it all. Soon, someday, maybe. So I reviewed all those items. I've got them on the right tags. So play with that, okay? So when you're in Evernote, you'll be thinking about how do I know what things I could be doing. Also be knowing that in order to help you do that, you want to make sure that your titles are pretty detailed when you can. See, if I have my phone, I can actually call these numbers. I've got everything I need from my phone if I've got 15 minutes to make some phone calls. But I wouldn't have done that if I just listed Protect America. You know, I listed their phone number, I had everything handy so that when I needed to do it, I would have it with me. So of course, again, these things are just going to take a little bit of time as we're playing through and getting really, really good at Evernote. Now, another thing to note is Evernote, remember it being our memory in the clouds, not only do we want to know what we need to do in business and life, what we need to do, may want to do, would like to do someday, but we also want to be able to get our hands on things. So again, the search function is wonderful. You can always search for all notes, unless you know something's in your filing cabinet. It sort of narrows down the search, right? So if I wanted to find my receipt from Office Max, great, here you go. There's my receipt from Office Max. Or if I know that, let's see, let's say you have a business card and you know her name is Mary and that's all you know, or you know that you met her at Coffee and Contacts. So if in your business card you not only listed in their title their name, but where you met them and the day that you met them, you'll be able to search incredibly. And so that's a great way. So you can either be on all notes and search, or if you know it's in your filing cabinet, just being on your filing cabinet and search. All right, that gives you some direction on knowing what the heck to be doing, how you work from Evernote. So again, remember, we're going to be going into a lot more detail, but let's just start playing with this, okay? See what questions you have, what's working for you and not working for you, and I will talk with y'all soon. Bye.